Welcome back, Wargamers, to Battleshock Wargaming Rage Baby Edition. We've got a really exciting, crazy matchup for you today. And Jared, why don't you tell us all about it?
So, Jeremy and I, we're kind of interested in this building of a narrative for each of our battles. So for this narrative, we have Kairos Fate Weaver manifesting himself from the wintry domain into the Sahara Desert realm, it seems like. So he's here to absorb the fountains of frost. But if you take a closer look at the battlefield, these objectives are geysering liquid hot magma. So it's kind of a different feel because the reality is so twisted. Well, lo and be known, Lorai was also out here moving across this realm and noticed that Kairos was here to absorb these fountains of frost. And so she has scryed the souls of these Stormcast Eternals, used her watery magic to bring them to life to blunt his machinations. So we're going to see exactly how that'll go.
Fantastic. I love the narrative theme of this battle. So also, Wargamers, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and we really appreciate it. And why don't we go ahead and take a look at the list right now.
Thank you to all of our members for supporting this channel, especially the Lords and Commanders. If you're interested in extra battle reports and helping to support this channel, hit the link in the description box below. Go check out our channel partners, Baron of Dice and Grey Matter Games. They have some amazing products. There will be promo codes and links in the description box below.
The army I'm bringing today are the Disciples of Tzeentch. My army is 2,000 points on the nose, and the sub-faction I'm bringing is called Host Arcanum. It gives me an auto-unbind in the enemy's turn 1, 3, and 5. My general is an Ogroid Thermitage, one of Tzeentch's fightier heroes. I'm giving him the command trait Cult Demagogue, so he can get spells off more reliably. And the artifact I'm giving him is the Time Slip Pendant for the opportunity to fight twice. And the spell he has taken is Merciless Blizzard to get my opponent to think twice about trying to break up my castle. I'm also bringing our great named Chicken Lord, Kairos Fate Weaver. He is a 3-cast wizard with tricks to get my cast to go off more consistently, and to get more destiny dice if I need them. And he gives out a +1 casting, unbinding, and dispelling bubble around him. He also knows all the spells from the Lore of Change. This guy, who looks like Quato from Total Recall, is a Curseling. He is a 2-cast wizard that is bringing the spell Shield of Fate to help give one of my units a ward and possible spell protection. He also has the ability to steal a spell from other wizards. Finishing off my leaders is a Magister on Disc of Tzeentch. He is quite mobile on his flying disc and has the spell Arcane Suggestion for some debuffing options against my opponent. He also comes with a spell that can possibly turn an enemy into a Chaos Spawn. My battle line begins with a unit of Pink Horrors of Tzeentch, with Split and Split again. So when they die, they turn into 2 blues each, then those split into Brimstones after they die. They have a 6-up save, which is not great, but this unit is 50 wounds for my opponent to chew through. Then I have a unit of 10 Carrick Acolytes. They have a little shooting, but they are mostly there for another screen and to add fate points so I can summon later in the game. And to finish off my battle line, I have a unit of 3 Screamers of Tzeentch. They are very mobile and do damage if they fly over other units. They are not battle line, but I'm bringing a unit of 10 Brimstones as another screen. They have Petty Vengeance, so they can bounce mortals back on an enemy unit if they are in combat when they die. And I'm also allying in a unit of Varengard with Fell Spears from the Slaves of Darkness. This unit is nasty. If they get into you with the ability to fight twice, they can lift most things off the board, and they also have a 4-up ward to mortals. When you go heavy magic, it's easy to bring endless spells. This lovely thing is a Burning Sigil of Tzeentch. It has the ability to possibly do damage and turn my enemies into Chaos Spawns. This is the Umbral Spell Portal. It's great for letting me cast a spell through it, greatly increasing the range of one spell. Wonderful for Tzeentch's powerful damage spells. And lastly, I'm bringing the Malevolent Maelstrom. With all my casting, I should be able to juice this up, and with cheeky teleport through the portal, hopefully it will blow up in my enemy's face. My triumph is bloodthirsty for a charge reroll, which I will not get because Jared's army is lower in points than mine. And my battalions are a battle regiment and an Andorian acolytes, making me a 3-drop. So let's see what Jared has brought today.
You've seen Tzeentch, now is time for the Stormcast Eternals. This army type is the Scions of the Storm, which means I can shock some of my units down onto the battlefield 9 inches away from enemy units. My sub-faction today is Hammers of Sigmar, which gives me that 6-up ward, wholly within 12 inches of an objective. And my triumph is Bloodthirsty, which means I can get a reroll to charge. Leading from the front, or I should say leading from the rear, for my Wizard Finders of Antor is my Lord Imperatant, who is also my general. He has the command trait Shock and Awe, which gives my Signs of the Storm units the -1 to hit when they shock onto the battlefield until end of turn, and the artifact Mirror Shield for that 9-inch cannot shoot me. He's really here for that 7-inch Signs of the Storm ability. Making out my Antorian Loki battalion are 2 Knight Incantors. Not really going to cast a lot of spells against Jeremy because I don't want to give him those very delicious points, but they're really here for the 2 auto unbinds and to kind of hang out and try and get rid of some endless spells if possible. We'll see how they play out in this match. They're really big for my grand strategy, which we'll get to later. Now for the spice. We've got Knave and her black talons. She is here to slay all things hero and monster alike. She is a very good combatant, gets some bonus damage for fighting such things, and her companions are great for absorbing some damage for her, helping her teleport around the board. And the Soul Scryer is also here to help unbind spells. I have 1 reinforced unit of Dracothian God Tempestas. They are excellent at shooting and clearing out screens, but also excellent in melee too. Really a pound for pound best choice when it comes to Dracothian Guard. You guys have seen me. I'm on the grind. I love it. We've got 10 Vanquishers, really good at mulching hordes, and also good at holding the line. And with that 5-up rally, feel free to chew right through me. I'll just come right back. We have 2 units of Vindictors, which is going to go well with my Call for Aid Holy Command. They're just here to help me get my battle tactics and die. The big spice. We've got the Wizard Finders of Antor Grand Hammers. We have 2 units of these bad boys. They'll be the ones that I'm going to try to drop 7 inches away once per turn and get that solid mortal wound damage going. All right, everybody. That is my 1960 points of Sandcast Eternals. Let's take a dive into what the battle plan is today. Today's battle plan is Fountains of Frost, and the special rule for it is Geysers of Primal Magic, which means our Antorian Locusts count as 10 for the purposes of contesting objectives. And additionally, if we have 3 or more units on an objective at the start of the Battle Shock phase on a 4-up, each of those units is going to take D3 mortal wounds. Ouch. This is your standard 6 objective match with Hold 1, Hold 2, Hold More, scoring battle tactics and grand strategies. Jeremy, what is your grand strategy today?
The grand strategy I am bringing today is Master of Destiny. When the battle ends, add the rolls of any Destiny dice that have not been used, and you complete this grand strategy if the total is 9 or more.
I really like that grand strategy. That seems pretty easy if you ask me.
A little too easy.
Mine is a little more difficult. This one is Control the Nexus. This means that I need to have 2 wizards wholly within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield at the end of the game. This will be quite a little bit of a risky play. With that said, let's jump right into it and see who's got priority. All right, so we're back from looking at those army lists and getting a closer look at the battle plan. It sounds like Jeremy is going to give me priority here, so please let us know down below, who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be these realm-shattering Tzeentch or the flooded to life with watery magic Stormcast Eternals? All right, so we started out with myself, having to go first. I've got 2 CPs right now. I did try to roll one for my heroic action, failed that miserably, But we also rolled for our primals and got one for each of us, and then we did our battalions, and you got yours.
Yep.
And I got mine, so we're sitting on 2 primals and 2 primals because he was able to get his. Jeremy, what happened with your turn?
All right.
Beginning of turn.
But yeah, before kind of little pregame stuff with Tzeentch. I get to put out a Tzeentch Endless spell for free, so already got 1 fate point for it. Put the sigil out there. What's also really nice is this cannot be unbound in turn 1. So it's a little bit of a, hey, stay away from my castle kind of protection there. Like I said, I've got 3 command points, 2 primals. I did my heroic action to get Kairos an extra command point, so I'm sitting at 3 + 1. I also rolled my destiny dice over here, so I've got them out there. I can maybe change a hit, a wound, a save, a damage, something like that. Maybe save one of my heroes from mortal death. So we'll see how that plays out for me. And what battle tactic did you go with, Jared?
We're doing magical dominance because Lorai is chilling over there in the corner. So yeah, we're gonna give that a shot.
Yeah, pretty smart play. Keeping away out of my unbind range. Very good.
Very good.
Let's just jump right into it. Let's cast
right.
some spells.
Here we go. So the only spell I'm going to cast, because I'm not going to give him free summoning points this whole game, is Lightning Blast. I think I have that worded correctly. So it just targets the closest unit on the table. It just has visibility to it, and that's it.
Yeah.
And does do 3 mortal wounds. So on a 5, don't do me wrong, Lorai, on a 5, we're going to do some mortals to these Screamers of Tzeentch.
Sure. Oh, fantastic. You got it easily.
So we're going to do D3 mortal wounds to the, those 3 mortal wounds to the Screamer.
That's a Screamer down. Nice job.
Thank you so much. Thank you. With that, I think, yeah, that completes the battle tactic. That completes my hero phase because I don't have any cool stuff to do. I'm Stormcast Eternals. Everything's simple and easy. I'm going to jump right into my movement phase.
Be right back. All right, Jared, let's see what you did in your movement phase.
All right, I used my Lord Imperitance ability to drop the companions, which is a great little feature here because they have 3 wounds or less, 7 inches away from these Screamers. I also ran with a Nat 6, putting me down to 1 CP, Knave Black Talon, and up here we ran my Vindictors just to get closer to the objective here, and then Lorai kind of stood where she was. I'm not really doing much with her. I think her job's going to be to try and stop that endless spell at some point. Everybody kind of stood still other than my Vanquishers did take a few steps forward and then closed up their formation because I do remember that Tzeentch makes a lot of spawns. So I don't want to be too spread out if a spawn were to come from one of my flanks. I left my Incantor where she's at because I got to deny that mage dominance from Tzeentch, so Jeremy has to figure something else out. And then I slightly moved up my Vindictors on this end to kind of set myself up for later battle rounds. We did keep my Tempestors and 2 Hammers in the Celestial Realm. So that is it for my movement. All right, we just finished up with my movement phase. We're going to jump into some shooting, even though I have a limited amount of shooting here. So Knave's Black Talons, I'm going to use Knave first, and she's going to shoot her Bolt Storm pistol. These are 3 shots, 3s and 3s, into your Screamers. And do you want to all-out defense?
I can't. They're not elite.
3s and 3s. There's 2. All right, we can get these last ones. Back swing. 1 at Ren 1.
1 at Ren 1. That puts me to a 6. Goes through. How much damage?
Just 1.
Okay.
And then the last one is my 18-inch big old crossbow from Knave's Companions. This is 6 shots going into your Carrick Acolytes.
Okay.
Would you like to all-out defense?
I would like to all-out defense. I think I'm going to spend the command point I got for my heroic action. So, spent and done.
Amen. Too easy.
Yeah.
These are 3s and 3s. Awful.
Oh, that does not look great.
You have 1 at Ren 1. I hope I just nail one of them.
I'll negate that 1 Ren. This will put me at a 5. So save, and they are
nice job.
saved.
Nice job. With that, I don't really have any other shooting here, so we just got some charges to do. So we're going to set up the action cam on some charges, and we'll see if I can get in there or not.
Sounds great. All right, Neve. Let's see what you can do.
All right, just so there's no confusion, Knave is one of those very unique units that can run, shoot, and charge. So I know if there's any questions that come up like, hey, she ran, she did this, she can do it all. She is just an excellent fighter. So let's see what she gets. She needs a 6. She wanted it. All right, now her companions. Do they want to get in there? They need a 7. They're in. All right, War Gamers, we are set up for a brutal combat in here. I am electing to start with Knave Blacktown because she has got such a great combat profile. So we're going to start with her. This is going to be 7 attacks, 2s and 3s.
Looking good.
Looking for 3s. You have 3 at Ren 2.
3 at Ren 2 goes right through. How much damage is that?
I thought you had a 4-up save.
5 up.
Oh, it's a 5-up. That is 6 damage, my friend.
They are dead. What a brutal combat, Jared. Neve wanted some Screamer blood. She
Out
got
for
it.
blood.
Her companions didn't even get a chance to fight. No battle shocks need to be had. So let's score you up, Jared. Where are you at?
So we've got a hold 1, hold 2, hold more, battle tactics secured. So that'll put me at a 5-point turn for this for my turn.
Nice start. All right, let's go into my hero phase and see what the Tzeentch can do.
All right. Welcome back, War Gamers. We're in Jeremy's hero phase. We did some beginning of hero phase stuff here in Battle Round 1. So for me, I rolled up a CP, so I'm sitting at 2 because I had 1 from last turn. And then I rolled for our primals and got us absolutely none.
Nope.
But I did roll my battalion and was able to score 1 extra. So I have the three primals and my 2 command points. My heroic action was to make Knave and Unbinder. So I also have that in my pocket as well. Jeremy, tell me, what did you do?
Yep, I'm sitting at 4 command points now. I have 3 primals. My heroic action was just to try to get Kairos an extra command point, which I did. So I've got the 4+1. Battle tactic. Really, Jared put me in a really hard position. My go-tos are like not available. I can't even do surround and destroy because you killed my screamers. So I'm gonna have to do a little risky one. I'm gonna have to do intimidate the invaders. I gotta get out of my deployment zone. Let's see if I can pull this off with still keeping my castle tight because he's got a lot of stuff to drop down. So let's cast some spells. Even if they don't do anything, I need to cast them because I need those fate points.
Absolutely.
So let's start off with the Curseling. Curseling's going to do some Mystic Shield.
Ooh.
Let's see if we get it. Need a 5. I get it. Would you like to unbind?
I have no unbinds for that guy.
Sounds great. I'm going to put that Mystic Shield on the Varangard. I'm also going to Arcane Bolt the Curseling. Gets it. We're going to do the Ogroid Thermitage. Let's bring out the Umbral Spell Portal. You want to try to unbind that? Are you in range of the Ogroid Thermitage?
I am.
Okay.
You may have it.
You're giving it to me.
Absolutely.
Okay. Curseling is casting Shield of Fate. Got it with a 6/7.
Can do nothing about it.
Yep. I think the pinks want it.
Pinks might want
Pinks
that.
want it. All right, Magister is going to do Bolt of Change. Don't really have a valid target, but I can still cast. Try to get that fate point. 4, 5, 6, 7. I have it. Any
Nice
unbinds?
job.
Okay. 3 spells on Kairos. First one I'm doing is Infernal Gateway. I need a 7. He takes the top dice, doubles it. He gets a +1. Oh! We're gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it there. What would you like to do?
Gateway is the
That's
really
the big
strong
damagey one. That's the one if you want to get rid of. That's the one to do it.
Let's give it a shot. So what do you have total?
I
8?
have a 8.
An 8. Sure, we'll give it a shot with Knave Black Talon. She unbound it. We looked at the rules on the portals, and it looks like the spell casts from the portal. So I'm electing just to have Lorai do it instead because it makes more sense to have my farthest mage unbind the spell. So Lorai went ahead and unbound the Infernal Gateway from the portal point because that specific endless spell has that specific wording.
2 more spells on Kairos. Next one up is Tzeentch Firestorm. I need an 8. Ooh. We're going to turn that into a 6, +1, 7. Other primal goes off. Would you like to unbind?
Actually, I don't have an unbind for the curse link, so I have to go for it.
Okay.
I have to at least look at it. 4, 5, 6.
All right, last spell on Kairos, uncheck mutation. I need a 6. Looks like it goes off on a 8, 9.
You said 9?
Yes,
Unbound.
unbound. Gestalt sorcery on the acolytes, looking for a 6.
Whoa!
Looking pretty hot. That's going to be with a +1 from Kairos. That's looking like a 12.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
You have.
+1 rend on those shots. And I also have a banner on my pinks. I was trying to get an extra fate point at the beginning of the hero phase. Did not roll that 3. Didn't get that. So I'm actually now sitting at 6, 7, 8, 9 fate points. Not quite enough to summon yet, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yes.
We'll get there.
So I think that's all of my casting, and let's go right into my movement phase.
All right, Jeremy, we just finished up with your movement phase. Tell me what you did.
Okay. Just moved these brims up a little bit. There's 7 inches here, 7 inches from Kairos. He cannot drop a unit down in there. I at least have that blocked back there.
Good coverage.
Yes. Moved my pinks up, created a nice little screen here. They've got that Shield of Fate on them, 5 upward. Hopefully that'll help if he tries to break through. Curseling had to spend a command point. So my when I got my hero phase is gone. Needed to get him across that line. Magister, he's got that great Disc of Tzeentch, great movement. He's up there. Varanguard's up there. They ran as well. Ogre Thermitage rolled a nice 6, get him really far up. I needed him out there for my battle tactic. Do I want him out there? Hell no. But that's what you got to do to get those points sometimes. And the Acolytes just moved over here, created a little screen off to my flank. And Kairos just moved up. He's not dipping his toe on this point because, unfortunately, to get my battle tactic, this thing is going to have to possibly blow up and do some mortals on my army. I don't have anything within shooting range. Nothing is going to charge. There is going to be no combat. No battle shock as well, but we do need to roll off and see if that point blows up. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Before that objective blows up, the sigil's got to go off. That was actually supposed to happen in the movement phase. And on the Ogroid Thermitage, on a 4-up, he is safe. Acolytes, safe as well.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Needed to put them in that bad situation to get my battle tactic.
Absolutely.
And now let's see if the objective blows up. Oh, it does.
No, no!
D3 on the Curseling. 2. And on the Magister, 1. And on the Varanguard, 3.
They have a 4-up.
They have a 4-up to mortals.
Nice.
Saved 2, take 1. And let's see what those pinks do. 3 on the pinks.
All right, so we had some of the pinks kind of die here, so we set up the blues, kind of took up some space here, help block some things off. All right, everybody, some of those pinks died, so Jeremy went ahead and spread out in this area a little bit with his blues. So with all that, how'd you score?
All right, I got 1 for 1, 1 for 2, not for more. Did get the battle tactic, little risky play, 4-point turn. It's putting me in a bad position. Let's see if I can win that initiative roll, though.
Ooh, initiative roll! Hi-ya!
Yeah. Your choice.
I already made this decision a long time ago. This will be Jeremy's double turn, and we'll be right back with you guys with the start of his hero phase. All right, everybody, this is top of battle round 2. I elected to give the turn to Jeremy. Jeremy, how did we start out here?
Man, I didn't want you to give me the turn. I wanted you to take it. I am at 2 command points. Got some primals.
2, right?
2. And then I was able to get my Andorian Locust one, so I'm sitting at 3 primals.
There.
Heroic action. Healed my Curseling, but healed him for only 1, so he's now down to 1 wound. What are you going to do for your heroic action?
So mine was to bring Nave back into the unbinding game, and then my Andorian focus is going to be my Knight Incantor in the corner over here. For me, I'm at 3 CPs because I didn't roll for 1 or anything like that, and I'm going second. And I also rolled for my Antorian Locust Battalion and got mine as well. So I am sitting at 3 primals as well.
Fantastic. Jared put me in a really hard position, battle tactic wise. I was scratching my head. I was like, what do I even have available? I do have one that's, I think I can get it. It's not what I want to do, but need them points. So we're going to pick.
You guys are going to like this. This one's a little nuts.
Reckless Abandon. It's a Tzeentch one. Pick 1 friendly mortal Disciples of Tzeentch unit that is more than 18 inches from all enemy units. You complete this battle tactic if that unit completes a charge move in this turn. Looks like I'm going to sacrifice that Magister just on Tzeentch.
Oh,
He's
no.
just going to make it. I just need to make the charge. He doesn't even have to survive.
Yes.
He just needs to make the charge. So that's what we're going to do. So at the beginning of the hero phase, my little banner on my pinks, let's see if that goes off and I get an extra fate point.
Yeah.
Which it does. Got an extra fate point. It's always helpful. I'm also going to dispel that sigil. I'm going to do it from the Magister.
Yep.
Let's roll to see what we get. Looking like we got a 10, or actually 11, plus 1 from Kairos. So,
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Bye-bye.
Priority passes over to me, so I'm going to try and unbind the portals with Lorai in way over there in the corner. What is
3,
portals?
4, 5. Portals, I believe, is 5.
Hiya! All right,
Okay,
it's gone.
Portals is gone. Curseling is going to Mystic Shield those Varangard again. That's an 11.
You want to leave it there?
Shield of Fate, I need a 6.
2 of them. You only wanted 1 and you got 2. Look at that.
And you know what? Let's guarantee that by just throwing a primal in there.
Sure.
Boom! Goes off. We each get another primal. Shield of Fate is going on the pinks.
You got it.
And next up is Gestalt Sorcery on the Acolytes.
Sure.
That's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, we'll give it a shot. I'm going to do it with Incantor back there in the woods.
Okay,
Unbound.
gotcha. All right, Choking Tendrils, need a 7. That's a 4, 5, 6, 7. Because of Kairos, let's throw in a primal. And let's throw in another one. All right, so that's 10, 11, 12, 13.
What does that do, my boy? What does
That
that
is
do?
going to do D6 mortals.
D6?
To a unit with an 18.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah, we'll try it. What did you say you got?
13.
13. 3, 6. Yeah, sure. 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, it's gone.
And you got it.
Just don't want you to hurt me right now.
All right, 3 spells on Kairos. Arcane Bolt. Is that really just a 4?
Whenever you pause, dude, I'm just like, what?
I'm going to throw that primal in. Yeah, there we go, 10.
All
Good?
day.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Unchecked Mutation, need a 6.
Oh, you got the 6.
Got the 6. Okay, we're good. No target, fizzles out, and then we'll do Bolt to Tzeentch for 7. That is a 7. Because the 3 gets doubled plus
I guess
1.
I do have just one last one.
All right, that's all my casts. I'm at 12 fate points. Let's go right in my
Not too
movement.
bad. Jeremy, that was your movement phase, so show us. What did you do?
All right, Little Brims are staying back here. They're just trying to block out any kind of deep strike in my back line. Moved the pinks off the point. They don't want to take no mortals again at the end of the battle shock. That didn't feel good. Curseling just repositioned himself a little bit better. He's just kind of in the middle of the point. Varangard creating a nice screen in front of Kairos. Ogroid Thermitage didn't want any of that action, so he kind of retreated backwards behind the screens. Carrick Acolytes kind of spread out a little bit, kind of protecting my flank. Kairos is coming up. Doesn't want to dip his toe on that point, though. He doesn't want it to explode. And then here's the fun part. Here's where it all matters. Magister on Disc of Tzeentch. He needs to make a 5.5-inch charge into these Vanquishers. And so Let's see what he can do, but he also, hey, he's got a little shot on that staff. So we're going to set up action cam for the shooting. Magister shot isn't great. It's only one shot, 3s and 4s. No Ren. D3 damage, though. Not going to all-out attack, but I am going to shoot at your little, what's that guy called?
Hey, leave that Incantor alone.
Cantor. Would you like to all-out defense that shot?
Absolutely not.
Okay, sounds good. 3s and 4s. Nope, it's a miss.
We are ready for your charge phase, but it's going to be guaranteed, ain't it?
It's going to be guaranteed.
It's going to be guaranteed.
I've got Destiny dice.
He's got Destiny dice.
Let's easily just make this charge. So what did I need? A 6. So yeah, we're just going to pull out 2 dice right here. Let's make that 6-inch charge.
All right, so we're going to set action cam up on this combat, and we'll show you how it's going to roll out. All right, everybody, we're kind of a little bit out of sync here. So I did pile in here, so you'll notice that my models have moved a little bit. It really makes no difference if we just have my pile in ready to go. If you kill some of my models off, we're obviously taken from the farthest away. So it is combat time. All right, Magister, get some dudes up.
All right, 1 attack, 4s. Yes. Woo. 4s to wound. Yes. No Ren.
No Ren, got a 4. All day.
Okay. Teeth and horns, D3 attacks. 1 attack. This is going to be 4s. Nope. That's it. You already got your pile in.
All right. We've already got pile ins. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dudes, 14, 15 attacks.
Yep. Are you going to all out attack?
Indeed.
You are. So you're going to spend your command point, which puts you down to what?
I'll put me down to 1 CP, my friend.
1 CP. I really want to all-out defense him, but I don't think he's worth it. I think I need to save that as 2 command points.
This is 15 attacks, 2s and 3s.
Yeah.
You're really unfortunate.
Hey, it might happen.
Oh, it might just happen. So you have 2, 4, 6, 7, rend 1.
All right, this puts my saves at 5s. Save 3.
The resolution of that combat over there is we put 4 wounds on that Master, putting him up to 5. So he's still alive and he's still tying
He's
me
alive.
down.
He has 6 wounds total. So didn't think that was going to happen. I thought he was not going to survive that attack.
Yeah, I thought he was dead to rights, but vanquishers be vanquishers.
Yes.
So, Jeremy, now that we're done here,
yep.
How did you score?
All right. Well, I've got 1 for 1, 1 for 2, not more, unfortunately. But I did get my battle tactic for a total of 4.
Heck yes, brother.
Staying in there.
Yes.
All right. Well, your hero turn is up. Let's see what you can do there, Jared.
All right, everybody. We'll be right back with you with Stormcast Eternals. Start a hero phase.
All right, Jared. What are you doing?
Okay, so we had some beginning of the hero phase stuff. So for me, I rolled up a CP. I'm now at 2 CP. We got no primals, but we did roll our battalions and got our primals from that.
Yeah, each got 1.
My heroic action is to give Knave a CP, which I did get. So Knave will be on an extra CP, so I have that 2 plus that 1 conditional. What about you, Jeremy?
Well, I did roll up command points. I'm at 3. And my heroic action was trying to heal the Curseling. Just wanted to get him topped off in case I've got mortals raining down for me from Annihilators. But I failed it. So still got the 1 wound on him.
Oh, no.
What are you doing for your battle tactic?
All right, battle tactic. I'm set up for it now. I'm just going to do Surround and Destroy. I'm going to pick my 2 Vindictors on the edges that have almost basically crossed the line. And then my Lord Imperator, who's nestled there in the rear. So they're going to be the ones to accomplish that job. We just have but 1 spell. I was going to cast nothing, but because there is a mage sitting there with a wound on him, Larai is going to try and do her Lightning Blast again, and since he's the closest target, those D3s would hit her. So let's give it a shot. I'm going to primal it.
Primal.
Hi-ya! All right, your turn.
Okay. All right, I'm going to unbind with the Magister. Need to beat that 11. That's a 5. Even with that primal, it's not happening. So I'll let you have that spell go off.
How many wounds does he have left?
Only 1, so he's dead, right?
Yeah,
I'm going to lift him.
All right, we were able to free up the Vanquishers a little bit with that casting roll there. So now we're going to run into my movement phase. We'll be right back with you guys and show you what I did.
All right, Jared, show us what you did on your movement phase.
All right, so I went ahead, because this is part of my battle tactic for Surround and Destroy. These Vindictors moved up and are taking the edge here. Knave's Companions moved up ever so slightly, but staying outside of 18 inches of some of the stronger spellcasters out here. We're going to try and pull off some shenanigans. Knave used her conditional CP and just booked it up the table here. She's got a 6-inch charge here against these bad boys. And then over here, we ran up Lorai. Lorai is moving forward as well. Everybody's just kind of closing in towards the middle. We went ahead and moved up my other Incantor as well. Got him out of the Wildwoods here so he can start looking at some other things and get in range for his auto unbinds. We also have this Knight Incantor who ran over to the center objective as well. The Vanquishers went ahead and moved up. They stayed right outside 18 inches of Kairos' more damaging abilities, but we are within range of Augurite Thaumaturge. And then we dropped in. Here we've got exactly 12 inches away, or within 12, but a hair within 12 of these pinks. We have the Tempestors, followed by a 7-inch drop with Paladins, which we'll show you guys the drop damage from that here in a minute. And then to finalize my battle tactic, I have my Vindictors here in the corner as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up on some main cam and show you guys what kind of mortals those bad boys did.
All right, let's see what those Annihilators do.
3 up D3 morts! Yay!
It's good. And 2.
All right, little bit of damage on impact there. We now have shock and awe for that -1 to hit if we make it into close combat. We're going to go ahead and set up action cam and show you guys some shooting. We'll be right with you guys on that. All right, we are set up for some Tempester shooting. I'm going to start you off with the breaths. So I need a 4 up to do D3 mortals to you, which I did absolutely none. I will also use one of my CP going down to 2 to give me 2s to hit on my Volley Storm crossbows. So any hits count as 2. So these are 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 at Rend 1.
All right, because I have a musician, I get +1 to save. We are looking at 6s. Oh, saved only 1.
All right, we are locked and loaded to fire a Bolt Storm pistol into some blues. This will be 3s and 3s. And 3s. 1 at Rend 1.
Okay, that actually goes through because my musician is gone.
Just 1.
1. Okay.
All right, we got a long bomb crossbow from Knave's Companions. These are 6 shots. 3s. And 3s. You have 3 Rend 1.
Rend 1 goes through.
Just 1 damage.
Okay.
All right, Wargamers, we just finished up with my shooting. I guess I'm shootier than I thought.
Yeah.
There a little bit. We're now going to go into some charges. So we are zeroed in on Knave Black Talon. She's the one I feel like I have to see first. We are looking at a 6 for her. She gets exactly a 6.
Just barely made it. Yes, I am going to unleash hell. I'm going to spend a command point and drop down to 2 command points.
Let's light her up.
All right, one of them is not within range. This is going to be 9 shots, 5s.
See if she can dive, dip, dodge.
It's not bad.
Oh, no.
And 3s. 2, coming at you, no rend.
No Rend. These are 3s. Oh, 6 up board. Oh, she wards 1.
1 damage.
Brutal shooting. She still took some damage there. All right, we're set up here. He's got me nice and stuck on an 8 because he killed his models just right. So let's see if we can get an 8. Oh, I saw it. I saw it. I want to. It is the end of turn. I will spend the CP for it.
You got it.
We'll see if we get it. That's a 10.
We'll
take it. Not the most ideal target. We're fighting pinks with annihilators, but Jeremy is maintaining a strong castle, so we must try and break it, even if we have to fight a bunch of, for lack of better terms, trash. So I do impact mortals, so I did roll a 10, so 4s are mortals. 2, 4, 5 mortals.
5.
All right, so Now that we're in the combat phase, I'm electing to fight with Nave. So Nave is going to go first. She's got 7 solid attacks on her whirlwind axes. Jeremy, would you like to hold defense?
Well, I got the command points, and I'm going to lose them right at the end of this turn, so I think I might as well. Let's do it.
You got it, my friend. I am looking for 2s. And 3. You have 3, 6 at Ren 2.
Okay. This will take me to 6s. Save 2. How much damage is that?
For how many?
4 go through.
8. You have 8 6-ups.
Okay. 6-up ward. And save 2.
All right. Interesting ruling with Nave, though. Because she has fought, she has Wind Rider, which on a 2-up, she's going to leave combat and either go to Lorai or her companions. She's gone.
All right, my blues and brims are going in.
Gonna
One
get slappy.
yeah. 1 attack on the blues, 2 attacks on the brims. 4s and 4s.
With the -1 hit?
With
for shocking
-1
off?
to hit, it'll be 5s and 4s.
Oh, no.
3 coming at you, no Ren.
You can still kill one. No. Oh, no. Youch. 2 wounds on that guy. All right, I'm going to return the favor.
Okay.
I've got 10 attacks for you, and you are also -1 to hit. So I'm going to spend my CP
Okay.
to put me back on those 3s.
Sounds good.
3s and 2s. We have 2, 4, 5, Ren 2, 3 damage apiece.
Goes through. What's that total?
5, 10, 15.
15.
All right, everybody, that is the post of my combat, but we're going to fix the game state here on camera. He had what spell?
I had the Shield of Fate. So I had a 5-up ward on all of those little blues, pinks, brims, and stuff like that. So we're just going to roll them all right
get
now.
some blues back.
Just to make it an honest game.
Yep.
All right.
That's pretty good. 9 blues back. All right, everybody. Brutal combat. We kind of did Nave off camera there. We kind of noticed, but you know, it was a quick fight, and she's right back over here with her companions. The fight here was slappy. It didn't go anywhere. You rolled some legitimate 5-up boards.
I know.
Good job. I like
Not too
that.
shabby.
But we have an objective that's got to blow up because we ain't got no battle shocks anywhere, and pinks definitely don't take those until brims die. So on a 4-up, I'm going to blow up my Incantors and my Vanquishers. I really hope I don't get this. Oh! So this is going to be for Incantor on my right. This is 3 6-ups. Takes 2. And then the Incantor that is on my left. No, dude! Calm down! 3. I'll give that one 3. And then my Vanquishers. 2. That should be within the ward. Yep. And
1.
a 6. So one guy will take a wound there. You're going to score me up, right?
Yeah, let's score you up.
So I got hold 1, hold 2, hold more. Tactics good. Surround and destroy. We'll take that 5-point turn. We've got a juicy.
Yeah.
A juicy
Yeah,
roll.
yeah.
And
this is one I do
think
not
it
want
could
to
go
lose.
either way, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not as bad for me if I lose it, but still, I want to have this one.
Amen.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Let's do it.
Oh,
It's yours, man.
We'll be right back with you guys. I'm going to take a minute to think about this, and we'll let you guys know who's getting priority going into Battle Round 3.
Exciting.
All right, War Gamers. Didn't take too long to think about, but we decided to give Jeremy turn again, putting me on my second turn, him going first. Jeremy, how did that all play out beginning of Hero Phase?
Yeah, so I'm starting off with 2 command points. We each got a primal. My Andorian Locust got me an extra one, so I'm sitting at 2 primals. How many command points and primals do you have?
I am sitting at 3 CP, going second. I rolled and got my Andorian Locust Battalion, so I'm at 2 primals. And then my heroic action was to give Nave another Unbind. What was your heroic action? In case you missed
I
it?
tried to get a command point on Kairos. I'm going to rally those acolytes, and I wanted that command point to come from him, but it failed it, so that's not happening.
That makes a lot of sense. And also my Andorian Focus is that Incantor in the rear. So we've got a lot of unbinds.
Okay. I am going to spend 1 command point to attempt to rally.
Absolute.
I've got 6 dice here for my acolytes. Let's see if I can get some 6s. No, unfortunately, no. And next up, we are just going to roll right into casting.
Yes.
I picked Magical Dominance for my battle tactic.
Oh.
Little cheeky play.
I'm in for a treat.
With my command trait that I put on the Ogroid Thermitage, he can auto cast a spell with Destiny die, or, well, as long as they're doubles, it auto goes off. I'm going to use my Destiny dice.
And cannot be unbound. Cult Demagogue.
Yep, cannot be unbound. And that's just going to be a blizzard. And it's just going to auto go off onto those Annihilators. But here's where the fun begins. They are, what, Wizard Finders.
Wizard Finders of Andor.
Gives them a 5-up ward, or 5-up spell ignore. So let's see if Jared rolls that 5 or 6.
Can the old boy block it? No! Here comes the damage. Roll once. No!
Okay.
All right, they're definitely dead.
They're dead.
But I do blow up.
You do blow up.
I got a lot of...
Correct.
Hopefully I get some cool 6s now, too. Looking for 6s. Golly! All right, they're just dead.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to use my Holy Command. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be so cool.
I am not going to tempt fate and cast any more spells, so I can guarantee my battle tactic. So we're going to go right into the movement phase and just kind of reposition.
All righty, we'll be right back.
All right, everybody, here's my movement phase. I wish I could do something a little bit more interesting, but it's going to be interesting for me to just make my castle just a little bit better here. Moved the brims that were over here in this corner back over here to block off the Annihilators that are still going to rain down fire. I spent a command point, so I could get an extra 6 inches movement on my blues and brims and just created a wall, the Great Wall of Brims right here, blocking everything off. Varen Goddard got off the point. They don't want to take mortals. Neither does the Thermitage. Neither does the Curseling. And Kairos is kind of staying in the center, saying, come, try to break my castle. You'll get a face full of spells. And then the Acolytes just kind of moved up, added to my screen. And I did spend 10 of my fate points to summon some Screamers. Again, to kind of create another wall of screens to just make those Annihilators stay away. And what'd you do over here, Jared?
So the moving of the brimstones caused me to want to do that redeploy so that point doesn't blow up again.
Very smart.
And I rolled the 1.
Smart play.
So I'm down to 2 CP.
Yeah. So that is going to be the end of the movement phase. I don't need to do any shooting because I ran all my shooters. There's going to be no charges. Not going to break up this castle.
That's a pretty gnarly castle, too.
Pretty gnarly castle. No combats, no battle shock. So I think you can just point me up.
All right, what are we looking at, Jeremy?
I think I'm looking at 1 for 1, 1 for 2, and my battle tactic again for a 4-point turn.
4-point turn.
Yes, kind of seeing some of the weakness of my list. I need to spread out, and I cannot break this castle, so I'm always 1 point behind each turn.
Yes.
But I'm still hanging in there.
You are.
Still have a lot on the board, so still got a good game ahead of us, and so
Absolutely,
yeah.
and you've still got that blizzard bubble, which
Got
is
the
quite
blizzard.
scary.
Yep,
Quite
blizzard
scary.
bubble.
So with that, we're going to roll into the beginning of my hero phase, and we'll be right back with you guys to show you guys how that panned out. Welcome back, Wargamers. We're back from the beginning of my hero phase. I have 3 CPs because I went second, and I just rolled up 1 because I used 1 last turn. And then we rolled 0 primals, so we are hanging out with the same 2 primals apiece that we had last turn. Additionally, my heroic action was to heal the most wounded Knight Incantor, which he is now wounded, or is now healed down to 1 wound instead of the 3 he had, which is quite nice. Jeremy, what did you do?
Yep, I rolled up 1 command point. Still have the 2 primals. Now down to 5 fate points because I summoned some Screamers. My heroic action was to try to get Kairos an extra command point because I wanted to use that to help rally the Acolytes to kind of create more of a screen. Unfortunately, that's going to force me to spend my last command point to try to rally, which is always a risky play. Who knows if any will come
Can always
back.
be a bit risky.
Yeah. So are we cool if we do that now?
Absolute.
Okay, spending that last command point. 6 acolytes. Did. Let's see if we can get any back. 1. Got 1 back. Juan
Acolyte. I am electing to cast 0 spells because I don't want to hand out fate points and nothing is worth a darn thing to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll right into my movement and we'll be right with you guys to show you how that movement turned out. All right, we are back from my movement and I'm going to show you guys here the jaws are clenching. So we're trying to surround here. Now we're getting into danger zone. This is the Thunderdome. This is all good for Jeremy because he gets to cast a lot of spells because I'm now getting way too close. But that 7-inch drop came down with the Annihilators here with Grand Hammers. We'll show you the damage they do. They're just going to do entry mortals on these 2 units. Knave is nice and close. Her companions are nice and close. We came up over here for Secure the Battlefield and had the Vindictors grab this point. They got toes on deep. Lorai went ahead and ran up over here. She's kind of giving me another out for Knave in the event she disappears from combat, and I just don't want her to be within threat range to get absolutely obliterated again. My general's chilling. He's totally happy to just be back here behind the Wildwood and not get targeted and blown up. And here we moved up a Knight Incantor to help with some unbinds. The other Incantor took to this quadrant of the battlefield so I could get my Secure the Battlefield on this end. And then Vanquishers kind of moved up. We're outside of 12 if we don't make the charge. I don't know how much damage is going to happen to this screen, so I'm really just kind of preparing to see what that might look like. And we've got the Tempestrals up here ready to pop some shots and breaths. And then these guys moved up for Secure the Battlefield as well for this quadrant. They're exactly 6 inches away from enemy units because he has no CP to redeploy. So they're just going to kind of chill. All right, let's see what happens with that shooting. All right, everybody, those Annihilators dropped right here. They've got just Screamers and Carrick Acolytes. So we'll start with those Carrick Acolytes on a 3-up. Oh,
nothing.
Lucky Carrick Acolytes. And then on the Screamers for 2.
They're within 1 inch of Mystical.
Absolute.
6 up. Save
Woo!
1. 1 goes through.
Okay, with that drop, we're going to shut up Action Cam and show you guys some of our shooting. All right, Wargamers, we are set up on the Tempestors, ready to light up some blues. What we're going to do here is we're going to do spend a CP, put me down to 2, and we're going to hit on 2s and 3s, and if we hit with these, it's an additional hit. -15 -1.
With -1 rend, that is going through, so that's 15 damage, so I'm going to pull some blues.
All right, we are set up for the Knave's Companion's Crossbow. I am going to go ahead and put and lock and load that bad boy with the headshot format. So this is going to be 2s and 3s, rend 3, 3.
And where are you going into?
That is going to go into, let's throw it into Kairos Fate Weaver.
Okay.
Hits. Wounds, rend 3.
Rend 3 goes through.
3 damage.
3 damage.
Knave is also over there, so she's just going to go ahead and whip out her bolt pistol and shoot Kairos with that as well. 3s, 3s. 2, rend 1.
Looking for 5s? Both go through, 1 each.
1 single damage. You do have a 6-up ward, my friend.
I do. Let's just roll all those together.
Sure.
6s. Save 1.
Nice job. Got 1. So we're going to set up for some charges and show you what that's going to look like. All right, we are set up for a charge on Vanquishers. We'll see what they get. All right, we're taking a peek over here at Knave. I really want a deep charge. I want an 11. That seems greedy, though, but I want an 11, ideally. 6, 7, 8. 8 is still not bad, but it's not fantastic. Oh, but I won't be able to get. You know who I want, dude. You know who I want.
I know who you want.
But I can't get without an 11. I'm already basically going to have to charge the closest units anyway, so I'm going to re-roll it. That's the deep
10.
charge. All right, so we went ahead and had Knave. That was a deep charge. It was good. I needed the 11, though. deep charge, we're just going to go right into the Carrick Acolytes, and then we're going to take a look at the Annihilators. 8.
They're in.
We're gonna do impact for both. All right, so I gotta roll 8 dice here. 2, 4, 6, 8. And on 4s, these screamers will take some mortals. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 mortals on screams.
Okay.
And
6 up ward.
I could be wrong, but I think I do it again.
They take 4.
All right, we're gonna go with Knave. Knave's gonna get in there and try and get greasy. I'm not even gonna pile her in really because I need to keep her where she's at. So we're looking for 2s and 3s. Would you like to all put? Oh, no,
I
you don't
have
any
no
CP.
command
My bad.
points.
All right, 2s and 3s. She's got 2, 4, 5 at Ren 2.
All of that goes through.
10 damage.
Okay. The only thing that's going to keep me alive is some wards. Now let's see if the dice gods love me. Not that much.
Oh.
They are dead.
All right, we're gonna see if Knave rides the winds. She does. She's literally just gonna plop back here.
All right. Screamers did a pile-in thing.
Weird thing.
Weird thing.
Okay.
Only one is going to be in combat. It's going to be 3s and 3s. Are you -1 to hit?
I am.
Okay, 4s and 3s. 4s. 1 hits and 3s. No.
All right. So we're gonna put 10 attacks into screamers.
Yes, I am -1 to hit.
All right, you being -1 to hit, we're gonna put 10 attacks into screamers here. So looking for 4s and 2s. That's hilarious.
That is not fantastic.
That is hilarious. And 2s. 1 at Ren 2.
That's going to go through.
3 damage.
Okay. I have a 6 up ward. 3 go through. All right, with those brimstones, they get 2 attacks each. This is going to be 4s and 4s. 1.
Oh boy.
And nothing.
All right, these are 32 attacks coming from Vanquishers.
Yep, good unit to go into a horde like that.
Yeah, they get that bonus too. So we're looking for 3s and 3s, but I think I want to end it.
They'll be -1 to hit, so it'll be 4s and 3s.
Yeah, I think I want to end it here and now since it's the bottom of the turn, and I'm going to do 3s and 3s again.
Okay, sounds good. So you have 0 command points.
We've got 16 Rend 1s.
Okay. All right, Jared, you cleared the unit. Fantastic job.
Yeah, that was a doozy, but we had to commit to it because it was to the wound.
Yeah.
But yeah, so scoring me up for the end of the turn here. It looks like I'm on the hold 1, hold 2, hold more, and I did secure the battlefield. I have my quadrants. That'll put me at a 5-point turn going into a very,
very spicy
greasy
prio.
prio.
Yep, this is it, man.
Best of luck.
To you as well. 4.
4? That's not bad. I need a 5.
Oh, you got the 5. Oh, man.
Need a 5. We're going to think about this, everybody, and we'll be right back with you guys to see who took priority into Battle Round 4.
All right, we're back. And after that really spicy prio, Jared and I had a conversation. And after he decimated all of my screens, he was going in right for the juicy part. So we called the game there.
We did.
Yeah. So what did the final score ended up being?
We turned out to a 28-21, so still very close. And the main reason also being is that very nice grand strategy coming out of Tzeentch.
Yeah.
Just being like, hey, I'm here and there's nothing you can do about this and it's just going to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, not too bad. Still very close, despite everything and how it turned out too.
Yeah. No, it was a really fun, vicious battle. It's always fun to see 2 crazy armies like this, you know, Stormcast, the army of order against like the crazy twisted, you know, maniacal Tzeentch.
Shattering Tzeentch.
Yeah. So, you know, how did you think overall the game went?
So I would have to say it was extremely difficult. I thought I would have been able to break that castle early, but it lasted until Battle Round 4.
Yeah.
Goes to show that the Tzeentch castle was very good, and the threat you pose just getting within 18 inches of you is very apparent. That blizzard was quite.
Yeah.
I tasted that quick.
That frosty goodness.
But that leads me to my question here. Who do you feel like were your LVPs and MVPs out of your list?
Yeah, well, it's funny. LVP for me kind of felt like my endless spells. I didn't anticipate your list shutting down my magic so much, and the reason why it did it was because of those threats of those auto unbinds really denied me some battle tactics, and because of that, like, I felt like I just couldn't do the magic I wanted to do this game. And so my endless spells weren't really like, I did a couple of practice games and I had a really nice combo with the Maelstrom coming out of the portal, all this stuff, and it just was not going to happen, unfortunately. And you played it well. You kept like away enough where my spells weren't, even if they went off, weren't gonna hit you. So yeah, I would say my endless spells were definitely my LVP. MVP, I got to give it up for those pinks, man. They hung in there and just made a nice screen. I wish I could have played with more of my models. That blizzard was nice from the Thermitage. The pinks were great, created that nice screen. Magister going in for getting me that battle sick. Tactic, needed that.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. No, you in a weird way, you really making me struggle for my battle tactics kind of shut me off on how I wanted my army to work. So yeah, how about your army? What do you think your LVPs and MVPs were?
Yeah, so MVP for sure. The people say it's quite overpriced at the moment, but I would say is Knave.
Yeah.
Knave gave me a gameplay that felt a lot like Sylvaneth, and you're a well-versed Sylvaneth player, probably one of the best on our team, Sylvaneth players. So I actually got to feel what that was like to be able to strike and fade, but very dependent on that 2-up and having units outside of 3 inches, your companions units outside of a 3 and whatnot, and all those shenanigans. But it kind of gave me that strike and fade feel, so I felt I could be more risky with a very fast-moving Knave, so she'll definitely get MVP. My LVPs were the Enchanters, because I indeed brought them to shut you down, but I didn't get to use a single Void Storm scroll on you or anything. I think their one job they got to do was unbind endless spells.
Yeah.
No, I think Knave did that.
No, I think,
Yeah, I think Knave did all
or
the
Lorai.
And Lorai were doing the endless spell unbinding. So, they didn't really have much of a function, but everybody else kind of played to their role. They went out and got their battle tactics and whatnot. So, overall, I was pleased with how they turned out there. Really do like the Black Talons. Not sure if I would really use them in any type of capacity competitively, but still very cool, very interesting.
It's a cool unit. I think they look awesome. I think the rules are interesting, very flavorful.
Oh, absolutely. And I think because they're a regiment of renown, you could just give any Order army a Sylvaneth type feeling.
Yeah,
which is
cool.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. So having played out that narrative, we had a Kairos manifesting himself from some wintry realm. It ended up being that Kairos was able to, get some intel on the battlefield before retreating back to Tzeentch and giving him all the information he needs to strike back harder next time. And then as soon as the Tzeentch had left, all the Stormcast Eternals, Lorai pulled the flood of water outside of them, and they returned back to their statuesque form here in the realm of the Sahara Desert.
And big shout out to my buddy Ray, who let me borrow his Varangard. It was just very serendipitous that he did a whole snow theme with his Slaves to Darkness army, so it fit in perfectly. I loved it.
I'm glad you mentioned that too, because that was a very big scary factor for me. So you were holding back on spells. I was holding back on engaging you too close because I'm horrified of this sheer damage output on a strike twice, right?
Yep.
Strike twice unit. You could just about clear any option I had to include my Dracothian Guard Tempesters, because it's not like I was getting an Arcane Shield going or anything like that.
Yeah, the threat was good even if they didn't do anything on the board.
Yeah, the threat alone kept everything extremely reserved. But everybody, thank you so much. If you're still tuning in, please let us know below what you liked, disliked, what you'd like to see different. If we missed something.
I'm sure we did.
I'm sure we did. We always do. And I'm always like off camera, I'm like, Jeremy, did you get this? And then Jeremy's like, Jared, did you make sure for this? Like, okay, but we know you guys are going to find out anyway. So thank you guys so much, like I said, for tuning in, watching our videos, welcoming us to this Battle Shock community. This is our second video. We're excited to put out even more and more in the next video coming with Jeremy versus Dan's Slaaneshi Mortal Host. So depending on what you guys vote there, we're going to find out what Jeremy's going to slam right into that army. So we're very excited for that, and we're very excited, like I said, to bring more and more content to you guys. So we look forward to the future.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, everyone.